Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Reading ideas. Now, I've been on a couple of days trip to Biggin in Derbyshire. Very beautiful place. And I've got a bit of a book haul from a few places along the way. So I've got a stack of books. Some I got cheap, like this was on the way down at a charity shop. That one I'd go to, 50p. Can't beat that for a James Bond, can you? They're not going for 50p in most places now. So, yeah, let's have a look at what I've got. Diamonds are forever. Yeah, it was Shirley Bassey. Diamonds are forever. James Bond, brilliant. Hang on, it says 30p on the back. I've been ripped off by 20p. Yeah, another James Bond, Goldfinger. Now, I'm going to talk about this, later on another video. I'll leave that. So, yeah, 60p. So that was obviously later. Inflation, got to be 1970s inflation, that. So James Bond, Goldfinger. 2 crackers, 50p each. Then more, I think these were more likely £3 at a second-hand bookshop. Louis L'Amour, you can't beat a bit of Louis L'Amour. Loving Louis L'Amour. Conager, a wild breed western. Smoke Parnell and his outfit, knew every dirty trick. What a beauty, nice and crisp that. Now, I do love a bit of Hemingway, Torrents of Spring. I think this was it his first or his second book? I think, was this a Mickey take out of another famous book? Because he was a bit peculiar at times. Sherwood Anderson, that's it. So I lost my copy, so I saw that, picked that up. Yeah, that was a 3er. They're not cheap second-hand books now, are they? Right, now we've got a bit of a spate of Louis L'Amour's. The Dutchman's Flat. Yeah, I think that's short stories of his. And now this is a bit of a different colour. That colour cover. Louis L'Amour, Crossfire Trail. Yeah, different cover. Is it a different publisher? Got a couple in this style. No, yeah, Utah Blaine. These don't look even red. Look at the spines on them. Yeah, the Spur award-winning writer. Couple more Louis L'Amour's. The Daybreakers. Again, look at that. Was that 3 again? Probably, maybe 250. The Strong Shall Live. I'm looking out for that. The Quick and the Dead. That's supposedly one of his better ones. I've not read that. Kid Rodello. They branded him an outlaw. They certainly did. Was it 3? Oops. It doesn't really matter, does it? 250. The First Fast Draw. Right, now something completely different. Look at that. Mission to the Stars, digit book. What a beautiful digit book that is. Was that 3? 250, what a bargain. A.E. Van Vogt, Mission to the Stars, 2 shilling. Now, I've got, was it I, Claudius on the reading list. Came across this. Robert Graves, Count Basiliarius. The 6th century was not a peaceful one for the Roman Empire. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I hope Robert Graves is pretty good. He did goodbye to all that as well, didn't he? Right, now, yeah, on the way down that charity shop, I picked up these 3 as well. Something very different. So that'd be 50p, and the other 2 are hardbacks at £1. Odette, 2 and 6. So, Their Majesties the King and Queen graciously honoured the world premiere of the film Odette, 1950. Whoops. So, yeah. Couldn't let that by. I have nothing to say. Yeah. And then the Red Earth fighter Manfred Freiherr von Richthofen. Look at this for a book. So, yeah, I mean, look how popular that was. It must be an ex-library book. Oof. Morecambe. Look at that. The Red Earth fighter. The Red Baron. My family. Is it the Red Baron? It is the Red Baron, isn't it? British aviators. Look at that. How I Met. Yeah, the von Richthofen Circus. Lieutenant Schaefer on the ladder. Is there another? I think there is, isn't there? A German publisher's fake. The 40th victim, Sir Cole. Yeah. I fly in a thunderstorm. Yeah, Daring Do, the Red Baron. Captain Baron von Richthofen and his mascot dog, Moritz. Yeah, that should be a very interesting read. So yeah, I think that was worth £1. Yeah, we got this as well. My Garden's Bedside Book, compiled by Theo A. Stevens. So yeah, this just looks interesting. You know, a bit more of a laid-back pace, gardening. Yeah, I do like old books like this. Just, you know, the different mentality that they had. Human Document. She said to me, I often thinks of the likes of we. You drives a car and I rides a bike. I tries to treat you respectful like. It comes at 8 and I leaves at 4. I don't take time for me, lunch what's more. I don't waste time, I just jogs along. I likes to be chivied when I be wrong. But if you've no time for a friendly chat, you can keep your garden. And that was that. Reginald Arkle. The Wedding Party. Yeah, it's just interesting stuff in old books like this. Honeysuckle and Rose. Grow old along with me. I'll hang on that. Yeah, now this pile was given to me. I've got no idea what's in here. So, you know, if I like the look of them, I'll have them, and if not, they'll go in a free book swap box. Flashman. Never read Flashman. Gotta be worth starting, see what it's like. Bit of a laugh. Flashman at the charge. Who misses? Yeah, I might give that a go. The Coral Island, what's this? The famous tale of adventure and bravery is now an exciting television serial. Ballantyne. That's a famous name, isn't it? The story of Ralph, Jack and Peterkin, who are shipwrecked on a Sassy island with only a telescope and an axe between them. This edition has been specially abridged for young readers. Oh, no, you don't want an abridged one, so I might send that on. What is this? The Romeo Error. A brave, provocative and utterly fascinating book. A matter of life and death. Author of bestseller Supernature. What is this? Supernature is a book on life. The Romeo Era is a companion volume. Is about death and afterlife. I think I'll stop you there. Not free book swap box. 10 Days That Shook the World. John Reed. Did he write Escape from Colditz? John Reed. Immediacy of cinema. The impression of a whole nation is ferment and disintegration. Reed's eyewitness account of the events in Leningrad, November 1917. Lenin and the Bolsheviks finally seized power. Yeah, I might give that a bit of a go. We'll hang on to that one. I think John Reed, I think it was. First Stood the Wind for France, H.E. Bates. Enigmatic look. Perhaps the finest novel of the war. The scenes are exquisitely done and the characters turn... Oh, probably I'll hang on to that. See what that's like. France twice a night, perhaps twice a week. Don't know what that's about. What is this? Philip Roth. When She Was Good. Lucy Nelson, struggling with the rigid framework of American Midwest moral and social codes, turns to Catholicism to quell the hatred welling within her. But plagued by a drunken father and frustrated by a weak, directionless husband, she is inexorably forced to destroy them. In this 3-part family saga, Philip Roth traces the... Never read. Whoops, that needs gluing, doesn't it? Well, I'll hang on to it and glue it and see where we go from there. Is that going to be any good? We'll have to wait and see. Right, well, happy reading, everybody. I hope you've got some good stuff.